What's up guys, Justin Captain Pro here. Today I'm going to teach you how to start your own t-shirt business for free. This is going to be super fun. I'm going to start out by teaching you a couple different tricks and hacks for how you can create some sweet t-shirt designs, including this one that I'm wearing right now, how you could create this one for yourself and sell it from your own t-shirt store if you want to promote your YouTube channel. I'm going to give you a variety of ways of how you can grab online graphics for free and really create some unique designs that are specific to you, your brand, and your particular style, all right? So I'm going to show you all that using free technology, and then I'm going to give you the best recommendation for where to sell your t-shirts for free and how they handle all the distribution, all the customer service, all the product. All you got to do is upload your design and collect your profit. It's really that easy. So if you're excited about this one, guys, hang tight because I'm going to give you all the scoop. Let's dive right in. Guys, my name is Justin Captain. I'm a startup business mentor and a branding strategist that specializes in helping startup entrepreneurs turn your passion, your gifting, your ideas into a profitable and scalable brand, leveraging the power of social media marketing. If you're new to the channel, I would love to have you subscribe. I put up a minimum of 3 new high-value uploads each week with topics focused specifically on branding strategy, social media marketing strategy, personal development for business owners, as well as some awesome tips and hacks for how you can expand your influence on YouTube and grow a brand new channel fast. Right? Also, I would love to invite you to join my free Facebook community called YouTubepreneurs. If you are an entrepreneur considering starting a YouTube channel, or if you're already working to grow a YouTube channel, this is an awesome community of entrepreneurs that will definitely be a support system for you in your YouTube journey. You can check that out by visiting youtube-preneurs.com. The link is in the description of this video, and that's what I got for you. I'd love to see you plugged in there, all right? Let's dive into creating your own t-shirt business. All right, guys, to get this process started, we're first going to go to canva.com. Now, when you go to Canva, there is a free account and there is also a paid account. Now, while you can do a lot of stuff off their free account, I am going to recommend that you click on pricing and you upgrade to their pro account option. And the reason why is because there's one key feature that the pro version offers that the free version does not, and that is the ability to save your graphic when it's done with the background removed. And that's going to be necessary for you to create these t-shirt designs. So while this is $10 a month, you can try it for free for 30 days. So honestly, if you did this right, you could come in here and you could design all the t-shirts that you need within that 30-day period, and you could cancel your membership after that if you wanted to. But I do recommend upgrading to that pro version because we are going to need to have that option where we can save our image when we're done with the background removed. So when you overlay it on top of a t-shirt, all you have on the t-shirt is the graphic and not like a white square behind it or a black square behind it. So definitely going to want to get upgraded to that pro version. Once you get your account upgraded, you're going to click on create a design. Then you're going to click on poster. Poster is going to give you a nice, good, solid file size. So when you're done with your design, you have a good, high-quality image file that will look great on a t-shirt. You'll see over here on the left-hand side, you got everything from image uploads to photos to elements to text to videos. You can do a variety of different things and put graphics on these t-shirt designs. In the elements section, you've got everything from lines to graphics to different charts and stuff. You can do all kinds of different stuff. You can even search for stuff. So if I want to type in here money, for example, it's going to give me all kinds of different image files that represent money, and you can also click on these, drop them out here, and you can change the color scheme of each of these. So there's a variety of different ways that you can create some cool t-shirts designs, but the one that I'm going to start with you today is the one that I'm actually wearing, which is a subscribe to my YouTube channel. Kind of a fun one to create if you are a YouTube creator. So to start with this, I actually want to open up a new browser window, and I'm just going to do a search for cool YouTube logo transparent. And the reason why I put that in there is because I'm looking for just some sort of a unique YouTube logo and one that also has a background removed, so it's a transparent image file. All right, so I'm just going to click on images, and it's going to give me a variety of different images that I can use and work from, and all of these can be overlaid as a t-shirt. So I'm going to take this one just because I think it's kind of cool. And when I open this up, I'm actually going to click on the image to go to the site where this image is available to make sure that it is a royalty-free image that I can take. I'm going to click on download. I'm going to download this image file to my desktop. Then when I go back to Canva, I'm going to click on uploads. I'm going to click on upload an image from my device. I'm going to grab that image file, And once I got it here, then I'm just gonna click on it once, and that's gonna put that in my design. So now I can click on this and I can move this around and do anything that I want with it, all right? The next thing I wanna decide at this point in time is I wanna decide what color t-shirt I plan to use. Because if I'm gonna use a dark t-shirt with dark, like a black or a dark gray or some sort of a dark colors, then my text needs to be bright or white. If I'm going to be using a white t-shirt or a bright color, or even like a light gray, then my text may need to be black. So I wanna decide that up front and have some kind of an idea what I want that t-shirt to look like. That way I know as I create it, I know how that's gonna look on that type of fabric, okay? So with that in mind, I can click on my background, and I'm gonna click up here in the color wheel, and I can choose what I want my background to look like, whether I want it to be black or gray or blue or whatever. You can kind of get an idea of what color t-shirt you wanna put this on. I'm just gonna choose a medium gray just for the sake of this design so we can see the contrast between the two. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some text. So I'm just going to click on this text box over here. And when you do this, you're going to have a variety of different text options you can choose from. You do want to be careful of things that have like glows and stuff like that, because those things won't always look really good printed on a t-shirt. You usually want to stick with more hard, sharp lines to make sure that when it prints, it's going to print real clear and it's going to be visible and readable for the person that sees your shirt. All right. So make sure you start with some good fonts. So you can pick some of these if you'd like to. I like to just throw a text out there, so I'll do this, add a heading, and then I'm going to hover this line work over here. So you'll see when I have this arrow, I can just drag this arrow out, and that will make that font bigger so I can see a little bit more of what I'm dealing with. I'm going to throw this out here in the center, and then I'm going to change this to subscribe to my, so I can play with a few variations to see what this is going to look like. So I'm just going to click up here on font styles. And I actually want to do more of a script type font for that. So I'm just going to type in this search bar, script, and it's going to give me a variety of different cursive and script fonts to look from. So I can click on some of these and see what this is going to look like. It's going to give me a variety of different options to choose from. So I can just click down here until I find one that I like the look of it. I want to make sure it's cool, but also legible. Like I actually kind of like how that one looks. So I'm going to actually just play with this one because it's just kind of cool looking. So I'm going to stretch this out to make it a little bit bigger. And I think I like the size of the S. I like that the S is going to kind of come up and overlay the YouTube logo a little bit. I think that looks kind of cool. So let me drop that one out there. And I might make the YouTube logo just a little smaller. And I might bring it up just a bit and center it like that. But I do like how the different elements kind of overlap each other a little bit. I think that's kind of a cool look. Now I want to fit channel right down here underneath of it. So I'm just going to throw another heading out here. And I'm going to increase the size so I can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to drag this down, highlight that. For this one, I'm going to just get rid of this script, and I'm going to type in bold. And this is going to give me a variety of bold fonts that I can use. This one I want to keep pretty clean. I'm going to try formula, see what that looks like. I think that looks nice. I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to change this to channel. I do want to make it all caps. And then I can change the size of this. Bring this out here, and then I'm just going to increase the size of this until it fits the way I want it to. And then I'm going to center it just like that. Now I'm actually going to bring the subscribe over just a touch because I think that looks a little bit better. Subscribe to my channel, looks pretty cool. All right, we're getting somewhere. Now I think I'm going to bring YouTube up just a touch. Now the other thing, I'm going to play with these colors a little bit. So I'm actually going to do subscribe in all red to make that real bright. And one of the things I'm going to notice when I do this is that the subscribe is a bright red, but the YouTube color is kind of muted. And you notice that in this background it's kind of a grayish, it's kind of a dull color. So I want to make that really, really stand out. So I'm just going to click on that image, and I'm going to click on adjust, and I'm going to come up here to contrast. And if I do this contrast, you'll notice how it makes the white in the background, makes the black, and it makes that red really, really bright red. See how much that fixed that? So I want to make sure that my colors are really going to align well. That's simple. If you ever have an image that you upload that's just kind of dull too, you can also use saturation. Saturation will very much help an image really stand out on that t-shirt. But I want to make sure that that red is a real good bright red that's going to stand out on that t-shirt. All right, so I'm done with that. I've got my channel in there. Now I'm going to add an element, and I'm going to add a little line under channel so I can actually put my channel name on there. So I'm going to hit the X to get rid of money. I'm going to click on lines, And then I'm just going to do a real simple, clean line out here. Now you'll notice when I put this line out here, it comes out as a standard thickness. I want to make that line a little bit thinner. So I'm going to drag this down and make it a smaller, thinner line. So it's not quite so thick. And then I'm going to bring it out here. And then what I'm going to do is, you got this angled arrow, but then you got this horizontal arrow. If I do that, I can stretch the length of that out without changing the thickness of the line itself. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure I get that centered, which is right there. I'm going to use my keyboard just to move it up just a touch, like that. And then I'm going to put my channel name right underneath of it. So I actually do like this channel font. So I'm going to click this plus sign up here, and I'm going to duplicate that same font. I'm going to bring this down, and I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to make it a lot smaller because I know I got to fit my channel name on there. Highlight that. youtube.com/JustinKappenPro. And then I can increase the size of this to match my line work. Just like that. And now I'm gonna move that down with my arrows on my keyboard. And there you go. I've got a t-shirt that I could print right now, and that is going to look great on just about any color tee. So again, I could do my background. I could look at this in like a black. Obviously black's not gonna work. I could put it on red, that's not gonna work. I could do blue, I could do pink, I could do purple. You could do this in a variety of different colors and it would actually look really, really good, all right? So for me, I know I'm probably gonna do this on a darker style t-shirt. So what I wanna do in this case then is I wanna change my channel font to white, and I wanna change my YouTube font also to white. And I could also, if I wanted to, I could also highlight that little arrow right there, and I could make that arrow red if I wanted to. You know, if I wanted to make that stand out, you know, it's up to you whether you want to do something like that. But there you go. So now if I change my background, if I put this on like a dark black t-shirt or even a dark blue would look good. So you can kind of play with that and see what that's going to look like. But now I've got a nice looking t-shirt that I can work with. So once you got a design that you're happy with, then what you want to do is you want to come up here, and I like to name them, make sure that I name the file what it is. So I'm going to type in subscribe to my channel. That's the name of my file. And then I'm going to do a download. And when I do download, I'm going to select PNG, which is a high quality image. And then I want to click right here on transparent background. And then I want to do download. That's going to take a second to grab that. That will remove the background from my image, and it's going to drop that right down into my downloads file. So now if I go to my downloads, I've got that image right there that I can work with, and it has the background removed. Pretty cool, right? Not too difficult. Pretty easy process for walking through and really creating something that is very much your own, all right? So that's just one t-shirt design. Let's work on another one, shall we? Let me show you how to make this one. This is a cool time is money t-shirt where I took a clock graphic, removed the background from it, and just put some text over the top. Real simple, but kind of cool. So let me walk you through the process of how I created this one. So again, we're going back to Canva. We're going to click on create a design and poster. Now, similarly, the first thing I want to do is I want to grab a cool graphic that I can start from. So I'm going to open up a new window. And for this one, I'm going to look up clock face transparent. I'm going to click on images, and I really like this one with the Roman numerals on it, but if I click on this, you'll notice that it does not have the background removed. So this is going to be a little bit different. But I'm going to right click on this, and I'm going to save this to my desktop so I can grab it from there. Then I'm going to go back to my poster, and I'm going to click on uploads, upload that file. I'm going to grab that from my desktop. Once I got this here, I'm going to click on that and throw that out onto my file. Then what's cool is, again, when you're on the Pro version, this is only available on the Pro version. If I click on this image, I can click on Effects, and I can click on Background Remover, and that will immediately take the background off of that image, which is spectacular, and it actually does a really, really good job of this. This is actually an excellent way to create some awesome thumbnails for your YouTube videos, FYI as well, all right? So I've got this image now, and I've got the background removed. So now if I click on my background, I can choose kind of what color, whether I want to be purple or blue or whatever I want to do. Let's go with kind of maybe a light blue, for example, on this particular graphic, and we'll see what this one's going to look like. So I'll stick with light blue, and I'm going to use my clock graphic. I'm going to kind of bring this out a little bit bigger. And also keep in mind when you're placing these that with a normal t-shirt company, when you upload your graphics, if you figure on the top of this line, the top of this line of the graphic is going to be upper chest level. So down here in this segment area right here is going to be kind of belly button level. So you kind of, as you're placing this, you don't really want to center your graphic in the middle of it, because if you do that, your graphic's going to sit pretty low on the t-shirt. You actually want to bring it up a little bit higher and have the core of your graphic be a little bit higher on the T, FYI, all right? So once I've got my clock graphic out there, that's real easy. Again, I want to just grab some text, and I'm going to start with a heading out there. Just going to throw it out again, and I'm going to increase the size of that so I can see what I'm working with. And I'm going to start with highlighting this, and I'm going to say time is, and I want that to be a script. I want to find a cool script that I like the look of. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. I want it to be legible, but I do want it to be kind of cool. And you'll find as you get into this and the more designs that you do, you'll find some specific fonts that you really like. So you'll notice with my t-shirts, a lot of my t-shirts have the exact same fonts every single time because I have some specific fonts that I really like the look of. So you'll kind of find your own, and that's totally cool. But for this one, I'm just going to just find some ones that I think kind of stand out and look nice. So I'm going to use this one. I think it's kind of nice. It's got some thick line work to it, but it also does look kind of cool. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to drag this over top of time is. I'm going to make that just a little bit smaller, fit that right in the middle. And then what I want to do then is add another heading. I'm going to throw this out here, and I'm going to change that to all caps. I'm going to make that money. I actually kind of like this font the way it is, so I might just stick with that one for the sake of this graphic. It might be a little bit too chunky though. Yeah, I think I'm going to go something a little bit lengthier. I want to find one that's clean and cut really clean, but I also want to find something that's a little bit longer, kind of a stretched out font. That's not bad. See, I like that a little better. See, it's a little bit just longer. So let me bring this in and just see what this looks like. I actually kind of like how that looks. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to fill money up to pretty much fill up the whole width of the t-shirt like that. Bring that up into the center, and then I'm going to bring time is right above it like that. So that's kind of cool. And maybe I'm like, maybe some of you are like, oh, I don't like how money is centered but time is above it. So in which case I can grab this down and pull it back down and just kind of get the two of those centered in the middle, which I think I might actually like a little bit better. But that's an easy t-shirt right there. And then again, depending on what kind of colors you want to do, maybe you want money to be white. Maybe you want time to be white. And then you can put this again literally in just about any kind of t-shirt. You could put that on gray if you wanted to. You could put that on red if you wanted to. Put it on green. You know, maybe you want to do, maybe you want money to be red, for example. Maybe red is what you're after. So maybe you want to make this red like that. Then you could go maybe a dark gray, something like that, or even a light gray. Kind of cool look. So again, same process. If you get something that you like how that looks, you want to name the file, time is money, and then download that again. Click on PNG, click on transparent, and download. There's another one, simple, clean, very easy. I'm going to give you one more just because I want to give you some different ideas for the types of shirts that you can create. So the next one I'm going to create is something that I actually created for an event where I had a whole bunch of my clients come together for a live event, and I made every single one of my attendees a custom shirt with a declaration on it that represented who I saw them as and who I believe they would be in their future. So let's check this one out. This was the event t-shirt that I made for my Inner Circle retreat in 2019. Pretty cool. Every single one of my attendees got the exact same shirt, but then I just changed these 3 words for every single one of them. This is a very popular thing, and if you're doing any type of live events or even gifts for family, it can be really cool to do some t-shirts like this. So let me show you how I put this one together. We're back on a new Canva poster, so I'm going to start first of all with a dark background because that's what this t-shirt is. And then the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make the bottom of the t-shirt so I can use that as a framework to guide it up, right? So I'm going to do my elements. I'm going to drop a line out here. And I want this line to be a fairly thin line, so I'm going to shrink this line down to make it fairly thin. And then I'm going to stretch it out to almost the full width of the entire canvas. I'll drop this down here. Then I'm also going to duplicate that because I want 2 lines that I can work with and put my text in between. I'm going to click on text and heading and drop a heading out there, so I can frame up my words and bring this full width of the T. And in this, I'm going to type 2019 JC Pro VIP Retreat, Nashville, Tennessee, which is where that was. And I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to shrink this down just so I can get it in within the framework. And I might want to make that font a little bit different because I want that to be a little more legible. So I'm going to change it to this one just because I think it's going to give it a little bit of a cleaner, better look. Let me change the size back up. Much better. And I want to fit this right inside these lines. And I want to match it up to the edges. I'm going to bring that line work down. Get that centered right in between those two lines, and that looks nice and clean. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, again, I'm gonna add a heading, and this one is going to be all caps, and this is just gonna say I am. And I want to find a good font for this one that's gonna be a little longer. For that one, I might try Monument, like that. And then I can click on this, and I can click this little circle, and I can bring this around 90 degrees, and then I can bring it over and line it up to the side. Make it as big as I need to. All right, and then I'm going to throw another heading out there. Bring this one over, increase the size, and I'm going to change this to a script. I think for this one, I'm gonna go with Allura. The first word that I wanna use is abundant. Bring that one to the top. And because I want these to all line up, I am going to left justify these so they all match. I'm gonna duplicate that, drop another one right beneath it. This one is going to be influential. And then I'm going to duplicate that one. And this last one is going to be unstoppable. Unstoppable is crossing over the lines a little bit, which I don't like. So I'm going to bring that up just a touch. Bring influential up just a touch. Bring abundant up just a touch. And now I want to take I am and make sure that I get that all the way up to the top of that A. And that looks very clean. So I'm going to double click on I am, and I'm going to make I am red. That's way it's got a nice contrast. I'm also going to click on this retreat, and I'm going to do that little line break also in red. That way it stands out a little bit, all right? Now, again, we talked about when I put these graphics in the middle, if this is in the middle of the canvas, it may end up a little bit too far down the shirt. So if I just click and hold my mouse button and highlight that whole grouping, I can bring that whole grouping up a little bit higher on the t-shirt to get a little bit better placement right there. So that's perfect, looks fantastic. Again, I want to name it. So we're going to call this Inner Circle t-shirt. And I'm going to download, again, PNG. Make sure I do transparent background and download. Perfect. Now we got 3 sweet designs that we can work with. Let me take you over to Teespring and show you how I can simply upload these graphics and start selling tees right now. But I might as well change my shirt again, right? Haha, I love video editing. Let's wrap this up, shall we? We are going now to teespring.com, and I have used Shopify, I've used Printful, I've used a variety of different platforms for creating and selling t-shirts. Teespring is absolutely the best. I love it for so many different reasons, but for one, it's absolutely free, which is crazy, and it's really cool. If you come up here and click on how it works, you can look at what they do, but it's really so simple. Just once you get your t-shirts created and designed, it's simply a matter of creating your product, and then you collect your profit. And that's really it. Teespring will help you with marketing. They handle all the fulfillment and all the shipping. They handle all the customer service. And all you do is put your designs in here and collect your profit. It is really that easy. So once you have your designs made, you just come up here and click on Start Designing. And what's cool also is that you're not just stuck to t-shirts. You can do hoodies, you can do all kinds of different accessories, pillows, you name it. They got a variety of different products, and every single one of these things you can stick your designs on and have product created from. But for the sake of ease, we are just gonna stick with t-shirts for today, just so I can show you how easy this process is. So again, you got unisex t-shirts, you got women's t-shirts, tank tops, all kinds of different stuff. So I'm just gonna start with unisex, just so you can see what this looks like. Once I click on that, it's gonna give me a variety of t-shirts that I can work with. It's going to show you their type of fit, what type of fabric they are. I personally like tri-blend t-shirts, so majority of the t-shirts that I make are tri-blend because they're really soft. So I'm going to start with a tri-blend t-shirt, and I want to sell this. So again, you can buy your own t-shirts for here if you want to. You can simply just create your own design and order it for yourself so you can have your own t-shirts to wear. But in this case, we're going to sell, so I'm going to click on sell, and it opens up my t-shirt editor. So once I do that, I'm going to click on add image. I'm going to go into my downloads where the t-shirts that I have created are already in here ready for me. I'm going to start with subscribe to my channel and open that. and it's going to drop that graphic right down on top of my t-shirt. And again, I got white on white right now, so it doesn't look real good. So over here on colors, I can hit this little plus sign and I can change that to a black t-shirt, and that looks obviously way better. Now you can see this gap that I'm talking about right over here above, right? I want to pull that up and get that up as high as possible so that my border line is filling that thing right in perfectly. But that's a pretty sweet looking t-shirt. If I wanted to do blue, I could throw that on blue. I can make it available in gray. I can make it available in green if I want to. I want to uncheck white because it's not going to look good on white, obviously. I got green, black, gray, blue. Red probably isn't going to look right. Now I'm going to leave red out of it so that I'm done. I've got 4 colors to work with. My image is already set and ready to go. I don't need to add text. On this one, I can basically choose which color I want to be the first color people to see. So if I want the blue one to be the primary image, I can make it blue. If I want it to be black, I can make it black. I actually really like the look of that blue one, so I'm going to leave the blue one as my primary. I'm going to click done, and that will be the starting image. This is going to show you what the suggested retail is, and this is what most people are selling shirts at. And with that price, it's going to tell you what your estimated profit is. So with that price, I'm making almost a 45 to 50% margin, which is really, really good. I'm going to hit continue. And once I do that, I basically just created my men's tee. Now what it's going to suggest here is it's going to give me some suggestions for some other tees that I can do, as well as hoodies or some other ideas. So once you've uploaded that graphic, it's going to be like, hey, do you want to do a women's shirt? Do you want to do a hoodie? Do you want to do a tank top? And you can come through here and just simply select whatever options or variations you want to add as well. And every one of these will be added as a variation that will be available on your store. So let me select, just for example, let me select a women's tee and be like, I really like this women's comfort one. Let me select that one and add that in. It automatically puts it over here on the side. And then I really dig the hoodie, so I'm going to click the hoodie as well. I'll go with the classic in this case to keep the price point down and keep my profit up. So I'm going to go classic and done. So one design has been turned into a men's tee, a pullover, and a women's tee, ready to go. I hit continue. I'm going to title this t-shirt, subscribe to my channel. And, you know, a little description just shows up on your storefront. So I'm going to say, support my channel with this subscribe tee. Now, obviously, with this particular t-shirt, because I put Justin Kaplan Pro on here, most people aren't going to buy this because they don't want to market my channel, they want to market theirs. If you actually look at my t-shirt store, you'll see that I have my subscribe to my channel t-shirt, and it does not have a YouTube channel on it. That way, anybody can buy that and wear that in your videos, but I'm just giving you a demonstration about how this works, all right? So once this is all done, that is literally it. I published that listing, and that listing will land on my channel, and it's ready to sell, and you can go buy it right now. It's really quite that easy. Let me go back to Teespring again, and we'll do another one, which I will actually put on my channel because I don't want to necessarily put that one on my channel. So let's go back to Teespring. Again, I'm going to click on Start Designing. We're going to do another t-shirt. Again, I'm going to do unisex, and I'm going to do the tri-blend because those are my favorite. We're going to sell it, and I'm going to add an image. This one we're going to do time is money. So on a white t-shirt, that actually looks pretty clean. Again, that checkered box is your print margin, so you can figure out where you want to place that thing. I want to make sure that it's centered. And then let me look in some other options. Let's see if we look good on blue. Definitely. Gray. Definitely. Green. Not crazy about that green and brown, but hey, somebody might like it. Black definitely won't work in this particular case. So we're going to do white, blue, gray, and green on that particular one. Price point set. I'll probably leave it as Heather White as the style. We're going to continue. I'm going to select a women's tee to go along with it. We'll do the women's tri-blend comfort. I'll grab a hoodie to go along with it as well. We'll stick with the classic to keep our costs low and our margins high. So again, 3 variations over here on the side. Continue, ready to go. Title of this is Time is Money. And description, if you recognize the value of your time, declare it with this bold statement tee. Something simple, nothing crazy, ready to go. Time is money. This is going to be public, and I'm going to publish that listing. It's literally going to take a couple of seconds, and that t-shirt will be available to buy on my store pretty much immediately. Just like that, and it's ready to go. You can choose your colors, choose your sizes, choose your style, click which one you want to add, and people can buy that from our store right now. Guys, it really is that easy. What's super cool about it is you can get really creative with your shirts. Obviously, I have done a variety of different shirt styles and designs that I've made available between shirts, hoodies, jackets. I've made tumblers. I've made all kinds of different stuff that I've made for sale. It's a great add-on income to an already established business, but it's also a great startup business if you're just looking for a way to make some extra money. This is a fabulous way to do it, and hopefully that gave you everything that you need to know to get yourself started. You really can start a t-shirt business for free. Even with the pro Canva account, you can work for 30 days and create all your designs within that free window and not have to pay a dime to start selling shirts. The cool thing too is if you're a YouTuber, once you cross over into monetization, you can actually list your shirts right below your videos and connect your Teespring store to your YouTube channel. So as people watch your videos and you're wearing your own shirts, they can see that shirt available for sale right on your YouTube channel and buy your content right from there. You can list it on your website, highlight it on social networks. You really are only limited to your own creativity, all right? So that's what I got for you today, guys. If you're interested in checking out my store, I certainly encourage you to do so. I've got a lot of sweet shirts that I've created recently, and I would love for you to check them out, men's and women's. I'd love for you to see what I got in there. The link is in the description of this video. Guys, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to smash that like button. Certainly subscribe to the channel if you're new here. I appreciate your time and attention. Y'all are amazing. I know you have options for where you spend your time, so I appreciate you spending your time with me, guys. Take care. God bless. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you around the web, all right? See you guys later.